Hey. Well, yeah.
Well now. Yoo-hoo! Hey, come on now. Now I'm really angry. Hey. Now then. Now then, let's speak if
Hajime and Chiaki were...
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning? Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
with legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House.
And then, the three of...
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll...
You're the cruelest one!
Now. Enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon. Well, the weapon is obvious, right? What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You could totally tell just by looking.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right! It was a surprise beating! The weapon is decided! I
guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
No, that's wrong! No, I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil.
Why?
Well, obviously,
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangster? Me?
just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys. I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon.
It seems that
Then what was the real weapon used to murder?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like...
Then, if it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon.
I see!
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon! Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar!
nobody could withstand a blow from... Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be...
What?
Tried to...
Yeah, that pillar was... But there's one dude who could have lifted Coach Nekomaru's robot body! With that...
So, he lifted the pillar.
You mean...
Don't be stupid!
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with... What the heck?
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh?
Yes.
I see. So my gut was right after all. All right, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Sonia, here I go! There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you got... I'm getting hella excited!
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
No, that's wrong! If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragment?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too, but it's probably...
I see. That was entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over,
How much longer?
there's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Neko...
Why are you so certain about that?
I just...
A feeling, huh? That's just...
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we? There's another way to use that pillar to kill.
Then I shall ask you,
You guys... You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers. See, what a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the future...
What did you say?
Hey, Nagito, what the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I I've learned a valuable lesson.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar, but when combined with a specific item, of course, the ultimate.
Isn't that the
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate.
Of course I know, but I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen
That's right. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over Eve, I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst, which flows out. It's only fitting that I...
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon. Since you.
I don't know why, but I'm...
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly.
In order to clarify that,
Huh? This.
you still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. I forgot.
Except for Hod.
If we make it out of this, I'll explain.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse. Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense,
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion. In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
we've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place. In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
No, that's wrong.
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my keen...
Hajime, I won't tolerate it.
I mean, doesn't it... When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably some kind of... If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact...
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a...
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops. I guess...
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure.
Bow down! Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
Well, we were moving from Grape Tower, but we should have all been together during that time.
Then Monokuma did. While we were moving, Monokuma quick...
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved.
If it is too heavy to carry, just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake. There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene. It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the pillar, the body. He could have moved it all, easy as pie. It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene? It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene? It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding up the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene?
Allow me to cut through those words!
Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor. When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly...
It's all right. A fired-up Miss Sonia is off.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook...
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were...
If they're not the same building or two different...
No.
Hey, I thought it would come to this. Fine. I'll tell you guys
Give us the answer, not a...
but then it wouldn't mean anything. It's also important for me because it will help me...
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only...
I have a good reason. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action. I see!
You're talking about the final dead room. You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something.
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, and there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window,
Strange scene.
instead of explaining it, at an opportune time, I found a perfect...
You took a picture.
Yep. See? Let me explain it to you again. I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird? If the Funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right? Then let's begin.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the... If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
I see.
structure of the funhouse is what we found. Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle, which means if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
That's right. In summary, this is the truth contained in this. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
From this point on, do your own thinking. If you guys are truly symbols of hope, it might be possible for Hajime to solve it too. Even though, despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor.
I'm asking you just to be safe.
The top floor.
Such sharp eyes.
Top floor.
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
It's all coming together! Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There is only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different, they're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear we're...
I see!
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, This means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the fourth floor above Grape House.
Oh, snap! I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is four-sided, and Grape House is six.
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we had perceived them. And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd! Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Then, it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House, Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building,
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash.
Oh, I see.
I'll definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the was actually a dummy!
No, that's wrong!
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you... Right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower. The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking!
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer. If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
I'm even more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers.
Maybe it was simply body move. You can't think of a device like that?
Got it! You must be talking about an elevator.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where the hell is this elevator?
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room... So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
So that's why we could only enter it from one side.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the...
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If... Then why is there a picture of a straw... and a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter...
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember...
There are too many strange things.
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you...
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
Damn it!
I see!
Is it safe to say that all the and?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can think the reason is because that...
I see!
So that's it. The elevator...
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors...
I want to say they lead outside, but
Just for show. Why was something...
so we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a... Did you hear that, Mom?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tape.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as... The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall book.
Which means I have to do this.
Everything.
So, oh, that's annoying. Have to close it. Or stop the stream here. I'll stream later.